shall destroy you.
Hey, you're finally back. You have to go see Zardus right away. There's a problem.
That I certainly believe.
All hell's broken loose since you left. Talk to Zardus. He's waiting for you. Zardus gave me this rune for you. It'll help you get to him faster. We'll meet again there.
Hey, you! I'm back from the Valley of Mines.
High time, too. What did you see?
You were right. The land's been overrun by an entire army of the enemy. Orcs are besieging the castle, and dragons have laid whole areas to waste. It won't be long before they attack Khorinis, if I'm not mistaken. Lester said you wanted to see me at once. What the hell has happened here in the meantime?
The enemy has learned who you really are, and that you're planning to get hold of the Eye of Enos. He has recognized the threat. It has forced him to leave his cover and openly attack. The game of hide and seek is over. Yesterday, nobody knew what the enemy's attack would look like. Now it has become only too obvious.
I was attacked by magicians in black robes.
The enemy has many faces. The Seekers are one of them. They're really the ones who prepare the ground for the enemy. They have taken up their positions in strategic places and are now only waiting for an opportunity to spring the trap. Stay out of their way. They are very powerful magical beings, and they will try to deter you at any cost.
I finally got the proof that Lord Hagen demanded of me.
What proof is that?
I received a letter from Gerbrandt, the commander of the Paladins in the Valley of Mines. In it, he asks for reinforcements.
That should be enough to convince that militant warhorse. Well done.
What will be the next step now?
Go and bring Lord Hagen the letter from Gerbrandt, so that he may grant you access to the Eye of Enos. Then go to the monastery and talk to Pyrokar. He must give you the eye. Nothing is more important than getting this artifact away to safety. Go now before it's too late. The enemy will also try to lay his hands on it.
Any new developments in the last few days?
Just go down the path to the city. If you run into a fella with a black robe, then you'll know what's new.
Have the Black Robes come to see you yet?
Yeah, they've been here for a few days. If you ask me, they come straight from hell.
How are your sheep?
As if that would interest you at all. You have other problems.
My problems? What would you know about that?
Do you belong to the city guard or not? Then do something about these black robe bastards.
Hey, watch your mouth, buddy.
All you can do is talk big. The best thing would be if you went away.
How's your farm?
I can't stand it anymore. All of a sudden, these fellows in black hoods showed up and posted themselves on the road, and on my farm. Short time later, my wife took deathly ill again. She spends most of the time just lying in bed. And that happens to her frequently. I'm falling apart here.
Have you talked to the men in black?
Sure. There was no way to prevent it. I think they're looking for someone.
Why don't you do anything about those black robes?
Well, I'd surely love to, but I saw how they burned one of the townspeople alive. Just like that. Why should I risk my life?
Why don't you take your wife to the healer?
We ought to go to the city to see Vatras about it. But I won't budge an inch from my farm as long as things are so chaotic here.
Aren't you feeling well?
No, not at all. I've got this awful fever again. I should really go and see the town healer, but I'm too weak for that.
Can I help?
It would be wonderful if you could go to Vatras and get me my medicine. He'll know what is to be done. I can't do it anymore.
And how's it going for you?
Those black-hooded bastards are everywhere. Someone ought to stuff their hoods down their throats.
There he is. The Master wants your head. No one can save you now. no escape for you.
Where did you pick that up then?
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion. Nobody wants to know.
Hey!
You listen to the wrong people.
I've been to the Valley of Mines.
And? How's the situation there?
The mines are all depleted. There's barely more than a few chests full of ore. It's hardly worth digging for that.
That can't be true. That means I'm ruined.
What about our deal?
Now, about your reward. Here's your ring.
You've been selling weapons to the bandits.
But what makes you think that?
This list of merchandise that I took from a bandit bears your signature. I found this ring of the Overseas Traders Guild, Araxis, with the bandits. You're an overseas trader, and the swords which the bandits were carrying bore your initials. You can admit it now. I've blown your cover.
I didn't mean to do that, believe me. First, all they wanted from me was food supplies. Business was really slow, so I got involved with them. Then they became more aggressive and threatened to kill me if I didn't sell them the swords they wanted. You can't blame me for this. I'm a victim of circumstances.
The militia is gonna deal with you.
You can't do this.
I should say I can. You'll be amazed.
Bye, Enos. I'm ruined.
Enos enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
Enos enlightens
But the human and the beast waged war upon the land of Animus.
I've got some special snapper claws for you.
My customer will be happy to hear that. Here's the ring I promised you.
Show me. I bring you news from Gerbrandt. Here, he gave me this message for you.
Our situation is worse than I had feared, but report to me on the situation in the Valley of Mines.
The paladins are holed up in the castle in the Valley of Mines, surrounded by orcs. There were many casualties in the prospecting operations, and there's barely any ore left. Well, I should say that without any help, the lads are lost. That's how it looks.
I shall find a way to rescue this expedition. You have done much for us. Enos will thank you.
I'm not all that interested in his gratitude. I want his eye.
Yes, of course, I stand by my word. Take this letter. It will open the monastery gates to you. Speak with Pyrokar, the highest fire magician, and show him this authorization. He will grant you access to the Eye of Enos. One more thing before you go. Take this rune as a token of my gratitude. It will take you safely back to the city whenever you want.
How's the situation?
I must find a way to rescue this expedition. We must do something against the dragons. Perhaps the Eye of Enos can save us all now. Is it really true?
I used to say that myself.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
this is gonna change.
It's not what I heard.
Good thing you're here. You need to help me.
There's nothing you can do about it.
What is this about?
A lot of things have changed since I left here. I have to get back on my feet somehow.
Do you really
What's the
believe
problem?
I have to get into the upper quarter. But I'm not a citizen of the town, and I don't have enough money to bribe the guards. That's where you come in.
So you want me to lend you some gold?
Nonsense. I've got some gold. A whole lot of gold, even. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me. You need to go fetch my gold for me.
You mustn't believe everything.
What's in it for me?
Have I ever asked you what you could give me in return? We're friends. Shouldn't that be enough?
I already thought as much.
Okay, I'll help you.
That's been known a
Well,
long time.
listen. Back when the barrier was still in place, I hid a small treasure. It's been quite a while. That's why I forgot to take it with me. And I can't leave here at all at the moment. To cut a long story short, you must go to the Valley of Mines for me and fetch my gold.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Where's the gold hidden?
Directly at the trading square, above the abandoned mine. It's in a leather satchel. Spare yourself that comment. I know myself that we must have walked right past it. Just bring me the bag. But don't forget to check that it's the right one, so you don't walk all that way for nothing.
How can I recognize it?
Get that from
It's full of gold. A whole lot of gold.
Do about it.
Where did you get all that gold?
Am I the only one, then, who put some gold aside for himself in the Valley of Mines? Filching a few nuggets was a piece of cake, just in case we ever got out of there.
Nothing surprising.
Everybody was so keen on that ore that no one even cared for gold at the time.
You listen to the wrong people.
What are you planning to do with the gold?
I still have an account to settle with one of the merchants in the upper quarter. I need to take care of that. And then I'll be all set for a new career.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
I'll try to find your gold.
It's a bad
Just do it. That's enough for me.
That was quite obvious.
I found your gold.
It's really not my
Great.
problem.
Show me. Very good. Gerbrandt had better watch out now. Listen, I still need to take care of the guards. I want you to take this letter to Gerbrandt. He is one of the fat merchants in the upper quarter.
Tell me you didn't know
Give him my regards. I'll meet you in front of Gerbrandt's house then.
Worked up.
that. I'd have gone about it differently.
But he knew that all along.
It was obvious all along.
Diego says hello,
What? Who? What Diego?
and he wants me to give you this letter.
That can't be. No. I'm a goner. Is he in town then?
Who?
Diego, of course.
Yes, I'm gonna meet him here shortly.
Oh, this is the end then. All is lost. I've got no time. I need to get out of here. Quick. If he finds me here, I'm done for.
Things I can see.
I can't help
It can't go on like this forever.
Wait a minute.
it. It's really not my problem.
I delivered the letter.
Very good. How did Gerbrandt take it?
He was rather shocked and made himself scarce right away.
I should think so. I'm afraid that, first of all, I need to attend to furnishing my new house.
Do anything new.
If I remember correctly, Gerbrandt's taste is horrible.
Didn't deserve that.
That was obvious all along.
So how did you pull this off?
Did you think that Gerbrandt came by his fortune through honest business? Of course, he never got his fingers dirty when it came to really shady deals. He had a helper for that. Of course, I caught on to a lot back then.
See that?
Gerbrandt finally got rid of me. He was probably afraid that I knew too much.
You never told me about that.
That was
You
obvious
never
all
asked
along.
me.
What about Gerbrandt?
He has enjoyed the good life for far too
Just
long.
gossip.
He was living here in the lap of luxury while I was forcing down meat bug stew. I have no idea where he went
really
from
not
here,
my problem.
but he'll never get a foothold in Corinus again. I'll see to that. If you're looking for him, you should try the Harbor District.
Tell me you didn't know that.
What about my share?
Looks like you haven't forgotten everything I've taught you after all. But you're right. I couldn't have done it without you. Here's your share.
Just like you said.
Nobody will learn anything. from
Can you
me.
teach me something?
Yeah, sure. Just let me know when you're ready.
It's a bad
How's business?
Lousy. Somebody should have told me that Corinus has gone to the dogs in the meantime.
That's no news. I've only known the city like this.
You should have seen it a few years ago. You would have liked it then.
I'm no better off myself.
Really didn't deserve that.
It's a bad business.
Where have you been gadding about for so long? I need more skins. Did you bring any?
How are things in town?
If the orcs really show up to besiege us, it's gonna get unpleasant around here. There's only one ship, and the paladins are guarding it, and I don't think they'll use it to rescue the citizens.
Is there no other way of getting out of here?
No, none of us can leave this island without a ship.
I've got a few skins for you.
Thought of that himself.
Wolf skin, that's good. A warg skin? Those beasts are tough. Good work. Come see me again when you have more.
Show me your whip.
It's really not my problem.
Just like you said.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Can you sell me some lockpicks?
If I have any left.
Hey, thanks for saving me.
Has anything exciting happened?
The entire city is abuzz with it. Do you remember Lothar, the paladin?
Maybe.
Anyway, he's dead. Murdered out in the street. They're blaming the mercenaries, of course.
Like this forever.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Hey, you!
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Some problem solved itself.
Give me some.
I agree with you completely.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
Show me your maps.
That was obvious all along.
Some problem solved themselves.
I knew this piece would interest you.
What piece would that be?
Wrong people.
Well, that old map you just bought. I know your kind. You go for any chance of finding riches.
I'd have gone about it differently.
Why don't you keep it for yourself?
I'm an old man, and the times when I set out myself are long past. I leave that to younger people.
What kind of a map is it?
It seems to be a treasure map or the like, but you look to me like one who'll get to the heart of this matter himself.
There've been all kinds of rumors.
Where did you get this map?
Oh, I found that in a stack of old maps which I bought recently. The seller must have overlooked it.
Who said that?
Come back again later. I'm sure to have something new for you then.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
He doesn't see that. I can't help it.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
Someone's gonna do the work.
No idea. You tell
Now
me.
that's typical, isn't it?
I never knew that.
And it's gonna get even
It
worse.
had to happen sooner or later.
It can't go on like this forever.
About the weapons dealer?
Show me what you have.
I found this rapier with the bandits. The letter F is carved on the pommel. The bandits had this ring.
It points to an overseas trader. This list of deliveries of weapons and other things to the bandits here is signed by a certain Fernando. Besides that, Fernando, the old trader from the upper quarter, has admitted having done business with the bandits.
I think that's enough. Fernando, then. Well, he'll get what's coming to him. And he always acts like butter would melt in his mouth. I'll see to it that he's put away until he rots. Sound work, I must say. Vatras will be glad of this good news.
Been there, done that.
I've my own opinion about that.
That's all just gossip.
Who says things like that?
He really should have one better.
I can't take it. Who says things like that?
I never knew that.
Wouldn't be so sure.
But with it, the
Hey.
trees and animals were also washed away. And
Will you stay
a
in the
deep
city now?
sadness
One of us has to be-
overcame Adanos.
Hey! About this weapons dealer. I know the dealer who's been selling weapons to the bandits. His name is Fernando.
Very good. Has Martin taken the necessary steps to stop him from delivering any more?
Yes, Martin will see to it that he won't be leaving the dungeon anytime soon.
Well done, son. May Adonis light your path.
I've got another stone tablet for you.
Great. Here, take a few potions as a reward.
Lobart's wife Hilda is sick.
What? Again? The good woman should take better care of herself. One hard winter and she won't be with us anymore. All right. I will give her a medicine to reduce the fever. Oh, and while you're at it, you might as well drop it off with her.
Hey, you! I've got this feeling of trepidation.
You don't look well either. You were subjected to the black look of the Seekers for too long. All I can heal is your body, but only the monastery can purify your soul. Speak to Pyrokar. He will help you.
Can you heal me?
Adanos, bless this body. Free it of its wounds and strengthen it with new life.
So why won't they listen to me? It's a bad business. I'm in enough trouble as it is. I never knew that.
I've got your medicine.
Really, our society needs more people like you. Thank you so much. I hope that these few coins are enough.